Oh, morning, my name is Rob Jacobson. I'm here with Spike Bukowski from Terrapin Brewing Co. And we're here to walk around the brewery, introduce sort of ourselves and talk about a collaboration that we're doing for JD Wetherspoon. So we're going to be doing a 5% porter, and we're really excited to have you guys over from the States, Georgia.
Yeah, should be a good time. Worked on this for a little bit, emails back and forth, and got the recipe together and ready to start the day.
So we have our first batch of the Terrapin. This was done last Thursday, so pretty much finished up yesterday, or Sunday. It's good, we've cooled it back. Everything's looking good. We've got 4.9 on the alcohol. It's nice and complex. Had our first taste this morning, so decided to have a taste of that. And then tomorrow morning we're going to be doing the second two batches, so in total 400 barrels and about 1,200 birds.
Open fermentation. And notice the fermentation number. Number 9.
Number 9?
Number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
And you don't do all open fermentation. You have some fermentation tanks, is that right?
Yeah, so we've got a few conical tanks, and then we've also got some closed conical tanks. Depending on the size of the batch and what we're brewing, we'll change that around. So our closed top square fermenters, we generally do yeast liquid recoming, and then that gets sent on into different batches. Okay. So we would have fermented this out with a one-word proprietary strain.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Spike, is this a batch of beer that you've made before? Something similar?
So this actually is our base porter. So we used to do a beer called Liquid Bliss, which was our chocolate peanut butter porter. This is not getting any chocolate or peanut butter, so we call this brand Naked Bliss because there's nothing, no flavors in it, just a strict porter. So, but we've never done it in open fermentation, so it should be pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be interesting.
Right, so we're standing on top of Wadworth Brew House, as it goes. We've got our Shire horses over here. They've just come back from annual leave, so a bit of Monday blues. Right. We've got our cask racking over here, some of our utilities. This is our warehouse. If you try and turn around, our fermenting block is just underneath us. The old brewery, which was founded in 1875, actually used to be right over here where this construction is happening. So 10 years afterward, we moved on to the location we are currently, and this is the old Market Square. So where you guys are staying is right over here, just right over the square. And
the brewery's right in the heart of town.
That's it.
Yeah.
The crown of the land, shut the tube, gets the thermostat going, so it's roughly sort of, I think it's 8 volume cycle. Okay. And we're boiling it to about 8% evaporation, which is fairly high, but not unusual. So everything gets recaptured, and obviously that, from an efficiency point of view, is pretty important for us too. So
when did the new brew house get installed?
2008. 2008.
Okay.
Commission, so about 10 years ago. Yeah.
And so, how many brews did you say you would do of the Terrapin Porter?
So we're doing two 200 barrels. So it's effectively 400 barrel brews that we're doing. So that would be 4 times processed through this, which can take about 150 barrels.
And that should be enough to just about get every Wetherspoon's pub a couple of firkins, a couple of cats?
Firkins,
yeah. Nice. That's a lot of beer.
Very thirsty.
Right.
Deteriorated, but normally you start from scratch, because they do last about 9 to 10 years, really, to be honest. But some sites get a lot worse wear than others, as you can see.
Oh wow. I think that's
quite different, yeah.
Yeah, more south facing.
It's mainly the sun that does damage.
Sure.
Obviously the wind and the rain don't help.
How long have you been working on the signs here?
Personally, about 25 years now. I started like 1993. Some of them I'm doing like a third time around. It's quite unique thing really, because a lot of pubs and breweries now just got
tackers, tins,
images and things.
So the pub just sends them over to you to redo when they get in bad shape?
Yeah, pretty much. The landlord or one of the reps will notice it and they'll bring it back. If we can salvage it, we will. If not, we'll just start from scratch, get a new board in.
These are beautiful, yeah. And I heard these English pub signs got started years and years ago because so many people couldn't read that they could recognize the artwork on the pub.
Well, I think it was in 1939, the King Second, they passed a law that you actually had to have a
Yeah, I think
top sign on.
it's way back. It's about 13 something, I think.
Yeah, 39. I think.
Richard second, yeah. Yeah, apparently for tax purposes a lot of it, I think, was you actually had a sign so that they knew you were selling beer.
Yeah.
To collect their taxes.
Right.
It's quite a unique thing to England, I think. Actual picture signs.
Yeah.
You don't really find it anywhere else in the world. Nice tradition. You'll keep going, really.
Hope so.
And obviously the two lads do all the actual hand sign writing as well. It's not just pictures. All the wording is done as well by hand.
One of our Shire horses, Max, he's just come back from annual leave.
Right.
And he's very upset to be back from annual leave, but he's very excited to deliver Wadworth beer around town. So we do deliver beer in and around town regularly, so that's daily. And also help out with community activities, some of the police work. Really? Every now and then. Depends which side of it, I guess.
That's it.
And
Yeah, so
you have 2 all total?
three.
3, okay.
Yeah. So 3 horses.
Oh, there's
and,
another one, yes.
Yeah, they're very much part and parcel of the brewery. What else can you share with us? They eat a lot?
Yeah, they eat a lot, yeah.
They're very popular with the locals, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The parts of the town, yeah.
They got a pretty good send-off, actually.
Yeah, they did, yeah.
Sent-off and a bit.
That's it, yeah.
Is there one big occasion a year where they go out and parade around and
They go out every day around the town.
every day?
Yeah. Monday to Friday, delivering as well.
That's great public relations. You can't beat that.
Yeah. And then weekends, this time of the year, it's pub promotions and shows. And
Uh-huh. What's this one's name?
this one's Archie.
Archie, okay.
He's just having his only bath of the year. He's been out for 2 weeks and,
All right.
and then they get back. Otherwise, it's normally all done by brush.
Yeah, happy days. All right, so just a quick run through for our brands. Start with Golden Nails. We've got our Horizon. It's 4% ABV. This is sort of Golden Ale, quite citrusy. A little bit of kind of your mosaic hop character. It's the one that we hope to pass a little bit during summer. So we've done a bit of an adjustment on hops. Very happy with this one. Nice, easy drinking. Swordfish is infused with a rum. So some of the benefits or the money that we make off this goes to contribution on CSI. 5%. It's fairly similar in a malt grist to our 6 so a bit of black malt, lots of crystal, quite a heavy malt base on that one. Fuggles and Golding, so quite a traditional hopping on here. We've got a current season, which is the Game of Stones. So again, a little bit like the Horizon, that it's a golden ale. This one also quite citrusy on hops, but specifically we've used Galaxy on this. So it's got quite a punchy note, citrusy. Again, quite low on ABV, so 3.9, so this is something that we're pushing for session beer over summer. 6X, so this recipe has been around with us for near on 50 years. Or the latest rejig of the recipe in any case. So this is really our flagship brand. Again, Fuggles and Golding, so quite traditional in the hop. We're using a bit of black malt here, but again, quite a heavy crystal malt as a speciality basing. Quite low on a bitter, but nicely balanced malt hop note. And then we've got our IPA, which is really our session IPA, so more on the English IPAs and style, and this is the 3.5 ABV. So again, quite a bit of crystal malt, not so much black malt on that one. And that's sort of our core range as it goes. Right, so what we're going to do now is just add our East Kent Golding top. So we're going to do our first edition, so this is earlier ball and then late ball.
Yep.
And it's going to give us a nice soft top.
Yeah, so what's really interesting about this system is that the hops are actually added in a smaller vessel, and they're pumped into the boiling copper. So this is going to be our first edition, EKGs, about 20 BUs. They smell great.
Smells really good.
Guys, anybody doesn't know what hop pellets look like?
Get close up there.
They look like green rabbit pellets. Yeah. So that's number one.
So Rob, what does the doser do? How does it work?
Well, what happens is when the boil starts up, we transfer a bit of wort into here, so that heat starts to initiate isomerization.
Okay.
And at a certain point in the boil, the time at which we select, it moves across into the boil, and then it starts getting transferred. So we have an internal calandria, and it goes through thermostat.
Yep. All right.
All right,
Second
great.
dosing
Okay.
right here. We only add one bag here. This is a later edition, so
Okay.
that one's about 10 BUs. So we're shooting about 30 BUs for the Naked Bliss.
And it's a porter. It's not a hoppy beer, but it's got a nice hop balance with the malt, right?
And what else is really nice about brewing here? It's like the water's hard, right? So you get this nice mineral character. And we had a little bit yesterday in the lab, which was really, really fantastic. So coming along fantastic.
Yeah, great. This will be really good in all the Weatherspoons. It's going to be exciting. Yeah.
2 thumbs up.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having us.
Oh, it's been a pleasure. Yeah, we're very, very, very pleased with the way the beers come out. So it's been a great collaboration.
So everybody fly over to the UK and go to the Weatherspoons pubs in about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Simon Yates. I'm the assistant head brewer here at Banks's in Wolverhampton. Banks's is the original name of this particular brewery. It's part of the Marston's Group, which is one of the biggest independent breweries in the UK, probably the second biggest nowadays. And we've got 6 breweries in total, this being one of the biggest, probably producing the most beer out of the 6. We do a lot of work for Ian Jeffrey of Naked Brands, brewing for his export project into France and hopefully into other countries in Europe soon. And we've also historically done a lot of work with Ian, with the Weatherspoons pub chain, which I think we've done as well before Spike. So we've done a lot of beers, a lot of collabs with overseas brewers from pretty much every continent on the globe. Some of the guys have been here 4 or 5 times and they know the work by around the place better than I do. So it's great to see Spike and get to grips with doing some brewing with Terrapin.
Yeah. We're gonna do an amber ale. It's kind of for the Terrapin fans out there, it's kind of loosely based on our old Tree Hugger recipe that we have. We're gonna hop it up a little bit and add some dry hopping to the mix. So it should be a very interesting beer that we're gonna do here. You know, obviously, as you travel around the world and make your recipes at different breweries, every brewery has its own house flavor. So I'm really excited to see what this is gonna taste like on their system. So,
And most of this is going to France, the French market, right?
This is all for keg, whereas the beers that we do with Weatherspoons are exclusively cask. So this is going to be exported in 30-litre kegs into pretty much the whole of France, I believe, into the bars and the cities that have got an interest in the craftier end of the market. So it's pretty exciting.
And how long ago was this equipment retired?
This, just over 20 years ago.
Okay.
The new copper whirlpools that we saw came on stream in 1997. These were associated with hop backs because we used to use leaf hops in these guys. So we dumped the charge of the brew kettle here, the copper, into the hop back, which is a bit like a Ashton. So we talked about the hops and the leaf hops and the hop back. Whereas the new vessels that we saw next door, copper whirlpools, because we use pellets and whirlpool action makes the sediment settle to the bottom of the hop residue and all the protein. Okay, the open fermenters that you can see here, we've got 90 odd of them through the brewery. They're all the same size, about 21,000 litres. Pros and cons, as I said earlier, if we were starting again, we probably wouldn't have that many open fermenters, but there are advantages, particularly when you come to dry hopping. This one over here, we throw in Type 90 pellets into the beer. At the end of fermentation, when the building's falling down below about 60 Fahrenheit, and that means that we can get the hops assimilated very well, we can give them a stir, and we get full mixing very, very easily, which is less easy to do in a bottle. Yeast dropping is from the top, clearly. It's top fermenting yeasts that we use. You can see the time mark on here where the yeast level has risen up to, and then we skip the yeast off. This one's nearly been dry hops. This is a newish beer that we've got called Hobgoblin IPA. Yet another IPA right now. Going really well.
It's quite a colour difference between the undry hopped and the...
This one is actually just at the start of the fermentation, so it hasn't actually got into the throes of active fermentation yet, just going through the lag phase.
Right.
But by this time tomorrow there'll be a fluffy head on there,
Okay.
all things being equal. And then after 3 days it'll risen up to that sort of level you see the time mark out there, and then we'll skim the yeast off. We get down to the right gravity, right ABV, and then put the cooling on, chill it back down to low 40s Fahrenheit over the next 3 days, 4 days, whatever it is. So it's going to be in fermented for at least 7 days. Name amber sort of gives you a bit of a steer on the colour. It's going to be medium dark, a deep gold, pale chestnut, I guess.
Yep.
It's amazing how many different expressions brewers have to coin to use the word brown.
Definitely.
So it's EBC 45. That's mid-20s SRM. So that's colour-wise what's in there. It's great malt base with crystal amber of Munich and Carafa Special for that little bit of colour in there. Then hop-wise, we're not going for a massive bitterness. It's just 40 bitterness units. So minimal sort of first edition with a UK hop called Admiral. Admiral's quite an interesting hop. It's a reasonably high alpha, as at the moment a 13.6 alpha, but it's got a Seville orange note that doesn't necessarily come through massively when you're using it as a bittering hop. You use it later in the process, you get this marmalade-y, bitter orange note coming through, which should hopefully blend quite nicely with some of those other citrus notes from the other hops. And then we're first late hop is with Centennial and Citra, followed by the final late hop as the whirlpool is emptying with Mosaic and Citra, which is the majority of the charge. And then we're dry hopping with Galaxy and Amarillo, so there's a lot of fruity flavours going to be in there.
Yeah, sounds really good.
Got some citrus from the American Centennial in particular, some fruity notes from Mosaic and Citra, and then Amarillo, one of the fruitier ones as we know, and Galaxy with those peach notes.
Yeah, it's going
Apricot.
to be pretty juicy.
So it's going to be a juicy one.
And it's kind of interesting. So when we took the tree hugger, the base of the tree hugger malt bill, and that was all German malts, and it was kind of neat to transfer over to English UK malts. I think the only thing we've got a little Carafa 3 and the Munich that are the only 2 German malts in there, and then the tree hugger hop bill was blown out of the window, and we kind of just made our own thing about how we wanted it to be more fruit forward and citrusy, and that's where all the Mosaic and Citra, of course, and Galaxy and Amarillo for dry hopping. So
yeah, it's one of the things that they're quite keen to make sure that we do get is a big sort of billowing hop character. I wasn't sure that the French would take to it, but they did. They loved it. So after the first one, which was with Arcadia from Michigan, that was a fairly basic recipe, with mainly Cascade additions throughout the run. But we were very generous with the hopping, and it went down really well. So
that's good.
Plenty of hops here, keeps time. So
yep, and 6%. So we're going to do 6% alcohol.
Yeah, 6% ABV. So it should be very enjoyable beer.
There's a lot of planning that went into this.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, and this was all by email, right?
Yeah.
Smoke signal.
Right.